Hi, YouTube fans. This is Matt of Post April 6th YouTube channel. Well, I got more to talk about than smoking this nice Harriel'S Briar pipe. I want to talk about what I bought at Twist and Shout Records. And this isn't a used item, and this isn't another LP, another LP single. It's not a DVD. It's not a CD. It's not a t-shirt. It's not another bag. It's not another cassette tape. It's not a collectible book that you can get there too. It is a pair of socks. Here's a sneak preview of what color it is. But what logo was sewn in and engraved onto the socks is a very, very popular band. Stay tuned, there's going to be more. Does that look familiar? Because that's exactly what these socks are all about. The Beatles yellow submarine socks. One size fits all, and it's 2025 Suba Films Limited, a yellow submarine trademark product. And here's the other sock. And that's what it looks like inside the sock. These are going to be wonderful because I have never, ever, ever worn these particular pairs of socks before. But I know that once I put them on tomorrow, which I will do, I'll just love them. And I'll show a few coworkers how they look. Oh yeah, I'm going to have fun tomorrow at work. I'm also going to be working pretty hard. And the release of the movie, or excuse me, not movie, the release of the song Yellow Submarine, recorded and created 100% by the Beatles, was released in October or September of 1966. I think it was released just before they stopped touring or just right after they stopped touring. Because their last tour, I'm pretty sure, was August 26th or August 29th of 1966, and the concert was at Candlestick Park Coliseum in San Francisco, California. Yeah, that's when San Francisco, California was changing. I mean, Haight-Ashbury wasn't just Haight-Ashbury. Haight-Ashbury was a summer of love and a really internationally well-known area of the world, and very much a household name for over, in fact, it's almost been, yeah, it's been about 60 years by now, 59 years by now. Oh, yeah. Well, not 59, about 58 years by now. I'll be right back. And I believe the movie, you know, the cartoon animated film, which was Yellow Submarine, I believe that was released in 1969. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause and I'm going to find out through my secondary source here, and I will be back as soon as I know. I'm going to have to make a correction. The Beatles' Yellow Submarine cartoon movie was originally released, because there's two different release dates. The initial release was in the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Ireland, and then the second, and then it was released in the United States a considerable time later. Okay. July 17th, 1968 was when it was released in England and the United Kingdom. And November 13th, 1968 was when it was released in the United States in movie theaters. And the people who actually played John, Paul, George, and Ringo were not John, Paul, George, and Ringo itself. They were some different actors. It's called voice cast. John Clyde played John Lennon. Jeffrey Hughes played Paul McCartney. Peter Batten played George Harrison. And the open narrator was Paul I want to say Angelus, but it's either Angelus or Angelus. Maybe Angelus. Dick Emery played Max Lord Mayor, and Jeremy Hillary Boob PhD. Lance Percival played young / old Fred. Yeah, I remember old Fred. And even though I cannot play any of these in this YouTube vlog because I'll get burned for doing it. The songs were, or the soundtrack was introductory story music by George Martin. That's track 1. Track 2 was Yellow Submarine. Track 3 was Eleanor Rigby. Track 3 was She Loves You, which was originally recorded way back in 62 or early 63. A Day in the Life was track 5. That was on Sgt. Pepper originally. 6 Altogether Now. That was recorded for the soundtrack. When I'm 64, that's another song that was on Sgt. Pepper album. That was track number 7. Track number 8 was Only a Northern Song. Number 9 was Nowhere Man. That was originally on Rubber Soul. Track number 10 was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That was another Sgt. Pepper song. Track number 11 was Yellow Submarine. And that was on the Revolver album originally. Track number 12, Think for Yourself. Don't remember how that one sounds. 13 was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. That was on, again, as I've already said many times so far, Sgt. Pepper album. 14, With a Little Help from My Friends. That was on, again, from the Sgt. Pepper album. 15 was All You Need Is Love. That was a single that came out after Sgt. Pepper. 16, Baby You're a Rich Man. I believe that was on the Magical Mystery Tour album. 17, Hey Bulldog. That was written and created for the purpose of the Yellow Submarine soundtrack. 18, It's All Too Much. 19, All Together Now. That was on the soundtrack. And it talks about some alternative versions, won't go into that. And let's see here. It was directed by George Dunning, and art direction was by Heinz Ebelman. And let's see, there were 4 people involved in creating the screenplay. Lee, either Minoff or Minoff, Al Bordax, Jack, this was kind of hard to pronounce, Jack Mendel Sean, and Ulrich Siegel. Story by Lee Minoff, and produced by Al Bordax. And edited by Brian J. Bishop. Neat name, I think. And let me see what else is here. Oh. Then I'll stop talking about Yellow Submarine movie. Budget. £250,000. And today that'd be the equivalency of over £600,000. Box office earnings. 502,000 or 502,092 and 5 cents. That's just a hair more than $502,000. In American currency, that'd be the equivalency of $1.2 million. Okay, let me discuss this just a little bit more, and then I'll move on to something else. I'm on imdb.com, and well, I can't bring up everything or show photographs, because that may be a big no-no. But what I will do is try to bring up some actors that were involved in the movie. Stars, okay. No, not... Okay. These aren't producers and screenwriters and editors. The cast itself. All 4 Beatles, because they showed up at the end. Okay, I'm still trying to find something else. Oh, art department, John. It's either Kramer or Kramer. It's spelled C-R-A-M-E-R. Dick Sawyer. Sound department, Donald Cohen, Ken Rolls, Hugh Strain, and a dubbing editor. His name was either Antal or Antal Kovacs. And assistant sound editor was Jeffrey Macrill. And Richard Paltrow was Foley artist. I never can figure out what a Foley person does in a movie. I mean, if a movie maker could explain it, I mean, they could explain it just like that. Oh, here. Why don't I bring up some camera and electrical department crew people. Alan Foster was the camera operator. Troy Haynes was another camera operator. Ian Lett was another camera operator. And you know, there's a long list of camera operators. One of them was a guy named Malcolm Bubb, B-U-B-B. That's neat, I think. Okay, I'll go through this just a little bit more before I stop talking about it. Animator, a guy named Cam Ford, F-O-R-D. Like Ford Motor Truck and former President Ford. Okay, I'm still looking. Well, I put down the other smartphone because it started getting flaky on me and it got into sleep mode or something. Yeah, I'm going to replace that sooner or later. Yeah, I've seen the movie, or excuse me, I've seen the cartoon movie. And I actually think it was pretty good. I kind of like the Blue Meanie character. I don't know why, I just liked him. And I had a yellow submarine coffee mug when I lived in West Virginia because I bought one of those and I had it sent to me and I kept it for a while and then I just like, enough's enough, I'm tired of looking at it, and I put it up on eBay after a few months and I sold it. Yeah, I was just tired of it. Yellow Submarine, the song, let's forget about the movie, is still played on FM radio. Yep, it's still popular. It is popular with kids who are 12 to 14 years old and adults who are in their mid-80s. So from age 12 to 85. In fact, I'll correct that. Ranging from ages, kids to between, and this is male and female men and women, ages 12 to 89. 9-year-old people, yeah, there's probably a couple, but there's probably more than a couple, but you know, when you get that age, and seeing how they were born in the 30s, they may not be into it as much as, you know, the people that were that grew up, that were in their 20s and 30s and the 60s, or their teens, 20s and 30s and the 60s. And there's lots of Yellow Submarine collectibles you can still find on eBay, Etsy, and certain good specialty retail stores. There's lots of stuff to find. Well, anyway, it's time for me to get ready to get ready for tomorrow, and I better go now. So thank you everyone for watching this vlog, and here it is again. There's the yellow there's the Yellow Submarine sock, and by golly, I am going to put these on tomorrow. Okay, thank you everyone, and goodbye now.